Okay, it was a technical issue, and he is wishing all of you the all the very success. Thank you, Father. With an immense pleasure, I welcome Dr. P. Sendil Kumar, Professor of Mechanical Engineering, B.V. Raju Institute of Technology, Telangana, for handling the session on online content preparation and assessment. I welcome you, sir, to the webinar.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you once again.
So all of you, please make use of the opportunity. Actually, the session is the need of the hour. Wishing you a good session. And today's session plan is like this. The session of Dr. Sendil Kumar. After that, you have the question answer session. Then an official concluding session. That's it. So hope you all will enjoy the day. Thank you. Thank you so much. Over to you, sir. Sendil, sir, please.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning, everyone, dear participants. With the blessing of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he is in my background. I'm going to start my session. Today, I would like to discuss about three things. One is online content preparation and assessment, parallelly hand-on session. So in the starting itself, I'm requesting you to please install two things. One is Active Presenter, another one is OpenShot software. These two software will be helpful to get experience in the online itself. That means in the session itself. So please install it. Can you able to see my screen?
No, sir, no.
Okay. Sendil, sir, can you pin your screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Hope you all are seeing the presentation now.
Is it visible, ma'am?
Yes, sir. So towards the audience, please pin Dr. P. Sendil Kumar's presentation screen on your mobile or PC. Is it clear, everybody? Okay. Thank you. Over to you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. So I'm going to maintain a normal tempo for my entire presentation because of somebody may face the internet issue or slow bandwidth issue. So for their sake of purpose, I will maintain a normal tempo rather than we are used to go in a normal regular class works. Okay, so good morning, everyone. Myself, Dr. P. Sendil Kumar, working as a professor in Department of Mechanical Engineering, B.V. Raju Institute of Technology, Telangana. Okay. Today we are going to discuss three things I told you earlier. First one is Active Presenter. Second one is OpenShot, and third one is Google Classroom. The Active Presenter is a software which is going to use for recording a video or create a video. So with the help of PPT, you can give your voiceover along with the PPT. Finally, you can make a video. That will be an online content to provide to students. They can access the video at any time, at any cost, instead of regular classwork. Second one is OpenShot. This software is mainly using for splitting of videos into different clips. Finally, we can merge into a single video. It will be very interesting. I will give a demo in this software later. Third one is Google Classroom. I think most of you are aware of the application or platform. The Google Classroom, which one is useful for sharing the content, sharing the assignment, conducting quiz to the students through this platform. Okay. First, let me enter into the active presenter. I hope already I informed you. Please install active presenter. You search it in Google. So once you click on the active presenter, you will get the screen like this and download it. So now I'm going to explain the step-by-step of how to use the active presenter for creating a video content. So later I will give you a demo. So first click the active presenter. Once you install the active presenter, please open it. Once you open the active presenter, you will get a screen like this. In the left side, you can see the lot of options like blank object, record video, record software simulation. Through the record software simulation, you can conduct a demo or training class to your students. So third one is record software simulation. Fourth one is responsive project and import PowerPoint. Finally, you will get a open option. From the open option, you can import your files into the active presenter. Apart from the left side, right side, you can see some templates, then samples. Also, with the help of you can get some tutorial also. Another advantage of using this software, instead of PowerPoint presentation, you can able to create a PPT here itself with the help of these templates and samples. Okay. So once you click the record video, you will get screen like this. Here you will have to set some initial things like you are going to record your presentation in full screen. Then you have to click the first option. Or you want to customize your screen in particular size, means you have to go for second option. If you are clicking the custom, you will get the resolution size. So you have to be select which size is suitable for your application or requirement. Then you have to turn on webcam or turn off webcam. That is based on your interest. If you want to show your face to the students for your lecture, means you turn on the webcam. Otherwise, keep turn off. If you once click the turn on, your preview will be available. Your face will be there in the window. Then audio on. Once you click your audio on, you can able to control the volume, percentage of volume right over there. Finally, you are going to start the recording. Okay. Once you started the recording, you can able to open your PPT. But once you click the recording, you will get 3, 2, 1 like that. So meanwhile, you can get alert and ready for record your content. At the end, if you have completed your presentation, there are two possibilities. One is free version, another one is pro version. Mostly we are going to use the free version only. Free version means you have to press control and end, because you may be in the full screen. You will not get any notification or tools to stop the recording. So that time you use control end. Otherwise, if you are using pro version, means you will see the arrow mark, it's showing icon. You can click that. If you are clicking that, you will get another ribbon like this. Here we are getting pause, stop, and cancel the recording. If you are cancel the recording, it will show you option that Discord recapture continue. So one is Discord option. Recapture means it will start recording on existing one. It will overwrite the existing video. So once the recording is over, you will get a screen like this. your video will be ready to export. So this is the final screen you are getting on the active presenter. There is a preview option. You can see the arrow mark, the play button. If you are pressing that, you can able to preview your video. If you feel satisfied, yes, you can continue with the export option. Otherwise, you can go for re-recording. See the arrow mark is showing that export option. If you are clicking that, you will get multiple options, like you want to convert into image or video, or directly you want to publish in YouTube, or convert it to a PDF, Microsoft Word, or Excel, or PowerPoint, whatever it may be. Multi of option are there. So it is up to you. Normally we will go to video option. Once you click the video, a pop-up will come. In that you have to compulsory, you have to do three things. One is you have to set the resolution. Normally we will go with the 720 and 1280. So you select that and set the resolution range. Second one is format. There will be a multiple option. You select MP4. There are also AVI. You have to select MP4. Finally, browse the location for saving the content. Once everything set up, it will start exporting your video. So this is about active presenter. Now we are going to experience the active presenter in the online or session itself. So I will start from the first procedure itself. So I'm going to open the active presenter. Is it visible? Please respond. Is it visible now?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So I hope all are installed active presenter, and it will not be available in the mobile phone. You please try to install it in a laptop. And one more advantage why I selected active presenter. Yes, we have n number of video recording or screen recording tools are there in mobile or laptop, whatever it may be. We have plenty of options. But why I selected active presenter means it can able to work in offline. That is the only purpose I opted active presenter for this purpose in this session. So what I said, record video option is there. So I'm going to click record video. The screen ribbon pop up. So here recording area full screen or custom screen, webcam off or on, I'm going to turn on. So immediately I'm getting preview. Maybe internet slow bandwidth issue. Okay, it will come back. Okay, another one is audio is an on position. I'm going to adjust the volume. Normally 50 to 60% is sufficient for normal audible condition. So if you want more, yes, you can increase. That is up to you. Now I'm going to record the content. Three, two, one, yes. So for example, I'm going to use my content only. Let me record it for 5 to 10 minutes like that. Okay. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about online content preparation and assessment. Myself, Dr. P. Sendra Kumar, and three things I am going to discuss. One is Active Presenter, OpenShot, and Google Classroom. So you please install Active Presenter. This is sufficient for our demo purpose, I think so. So now I'm going to press Control End because this is trial version, or that means free version. So I clicked Control End. So now it's preparing the captured slides. I didn't took 5 minutes because it will take some more time. That's why I stopped within 3 slides. So like I said, the screen is now ready. That means video content is ready, it's showing in the left side. Now I'm going to see the preview. So I'm going to use my content only. Let me record it for 5 to 10 minutes like that. Okay. Okay. So today we are going to discuss about online content preparation and assessment. Myself, Dr. P. Sendra. And three things I am going to discuss. One is Active Presenter, OpenShot, and Google Classroom. So please install Active Presenter. This is sufficient for our demo purpose, I think so. So now I am going to press Control End because this is trial version. And that means free version. Okay, that's all. Now we ensured the preview is okay. So I'm going to click the export option. It's showing the options, plenty of options. Here I am going to click only video because I need only the video. Yes. So already I set with the resolution range 768 1366. I feel it is sufficient for my video. Then format maintained as MP4. Here, if I want to change the location, I can change. Otherwise, I'll let it be. Start exporting my video. Here we are not seeing my face because already webcam is working with the Google Meet, so that's why it is not accepting to record over here. For your purpose, it will be available. Mine is very old laptop, that's why the RAM is getting delayed. So you might be having the recent one, so it will be complete quickly. I hope you are trying the procedure along with me, right? If someone is getting succeed, okay, that is sufficient for me. Yeah. So finally, the recorded video is exported. It asking to see the location. Open it. So anyhow, we seen the preview. I saved the video in particular location. Okay. So if you want to see the one more time, also you can see. Yeah, everything is working now. So voice is audible, screen is clear. So our recorded video is ready now. Okay. So I'm going to stop here. So now is open to you. If you have any doubt, please ask me. There itself we will clarify and move to next software. Okay, let me go to next one. Okay, thank you. So next one is OpenShot software. So if you installed and open OpenShot software, you will get 3 windows like this, number 1, 2, 3. So first one is you have to import necessary or required files in this window. Second one is a window for see the preview. Third one is the important thing. Here we can edit, we can change the music, and we can apply background music also. Third one is your voiceover. Okay, so 3 things we can do here. One is we can join or merge the splitted videos. Second one is you can remove the original voice and you can replace with your voice. Third one is you can apply some rhythm or background music in the particular video. Okay, so let's see the PPT first, then we will go software. So once you are clicking your right button of your mouse, you will get the option import files. So from the option, you can able to bring the files which one you want to make edit. So I'm going to use some existing file from one of my professor. He used this for his purpose. I brought him from him. So these are the files I'm going to import here. Once I selected the files, everything is imported in the screen. Okay. So here you can see some of the music file, video file. One is some more audio files. So combination of 3. I will tell the purpose why I brought all those things here. Okay. So in the particular video file, you have to click right click option in the mouse. Then you will get a split clip. Okay. So I rounded there. Then somebody want to speak? Okay, fine. So once you started the split clip, you will get the pop-up. Here you can start the location of the clip. Okay, so once you click the position, it will start the clipping. Second one, at the particular, you can see in the previous image, it's starting the preview. It's starting from the first position or starting position. Here I'm going to start the clip. I'm going to complete the or end the clip at some particular distance or timing. So it's showing the end option. Then you have to assign the name of the clip. So I given as 1. Then click create. So number 1 clip is available in the first window. So like that, you can split the video in different locations and name it as per your requirement. So I am going to make another clip number 2. So that also ready now. Third, you have to drag and place the particular video or particular order of video in the track position. So I'm going to drag the first video or clip into track 5. Then I'm going to drag second clip and placing over with the first clip in the track 5 position. You can see the preview whether both the clippings are merged properly or not. So by sliding this slider into this joining position, you can observe whether videos are properly joined or not. Next is important thing. Why this option is very much important means for creating a video or animation clip or conducting a problematic subject or software programs are it is very much difficult initially, because we need to buy the digital pad, pen, all those things. So instead of that, a shortcut route is we can download some tutorial from YouTube along with YouTube downloader and split here. Particular problem you place and you can remove the audio from the original video, then place your recorded audio voice along with the merged clip. So it will be looking good like you prepared that video. Anyhow, we are going to get the help from some sources, but in front of students, they may feel that you worked with some effort. Okay, so here to remove the original audio, you have to select separate audio and single clip. Once if you do that, the voice will be ready. It will segregated the voice from original video. Then right click on track 4, not track 5. Track 5 is video file, it is already merged. So track 4, make right click and remove clip. Now you can see there is no any audio files. Now what I am going to do, the recorded voice file is there in the first window. I'm going to drag and place here. So I placed. Now I am checking with the preview. Now the particular audio voice only will be available along with the video. The original audio is deleted. So like that, another audio file I'm going to bring here. I kept in track 3. Now it is in track 3. I'm going to use some background music along with the audio and video. Yes. So everything you feel is okay. Then you go to this button, red color button, that is export video. Once you click the export video button, you will get window like this. Here you named your project or title something and browse the path. Then click export video. The resolution defaultly OpenShot software will give a normal range only. So defaultly it will go 720 to 880. If you want to change, you can change it. So now I clicked export video. It started 1.7%. Once it is completed, it will show like this. So then you can browse your particular video in your location. So this is about OpenShot software. Now I'm going to open and do the demo. So this is the OpenShot screen. Like first step, I'm going to right click in the window. It shows import files. So already I kept the required files in desktop. Webinar presentation for OpenShot. So all the files are placed here or imported here. Now I'm going to check the preview of the file. Now I'm going to check the preview of the file. Okay, I feel this is a required file. Okay, so I'm going to split the video file into two different clips. So I'm going to click split clip. I would like to start from the starting position. So I'm going to click start. So now the starting position is fixed or assigned. I feel this is sufficient. This portion is sufficient. This portion. So I'm going to end. So this much portion is sufficient for my first clip for my lecture. This is my intention. So I'm going to name it as 1. The actual video is downloaded from YouTube only. Voice is original voice, but we are going to change over here. So next clip I plan to take from this position. So I'm going to click start. Yes, this is sufficient for me. I've named as 2. So 2 clippings are ready now. So I'm going to close this. So first step, I will need to fix the clippings in a track file. So I dragged here at the exact position I kept. Next step is, if you want to make a preview, you can see that. Yes, exactly. The first clip is what I expected. So I am going to drag the second clip. I am going to place with the existing first clip. Okay. So now I am going to check whether both are merged properly or not. See the preview. Without any disturbance, it's showing the second clip. Okay. The new video is ready for my lecture. This particular portion is sufficient from the downloaded YouTube video. Here, next step, I am going to remove the original music or audio, or in other words, I'm going to insert my recorded audio along with the video for my lecture purpose. Before that, I'm going to remove the original audio by using separate audio single clip. It will take some time. Yes. So now see the track 4. Now the audio file is ready in track 4 for the first clip. So what I'm going to do, first I'm going to select the audio file. Once you selected, a red color boundary will identify you whether you selected a particular file or not. So then you, after ensuring that, you click right button in the mouse, click remove clip. So now there is no music or audio file for the clip 1. Now check it. No music. Only visual. Only we can see. Okay. Once it's enter the second clip, music will start because we are not removed audio part from the second clip. Okay. So I'm going to place some recorded audio to the first clip now. Yes, now I placed with the first clip. So voice may be little low. That is my professor recorded like that. Okay, so now what we did is splitted the original video, removed original audio, replaced with recorded manual voice, right? So three things we did. Now our video content is ready. And same thing in track 3, we can place some background music. Okay, I'm going to place this music in track 3. Now let's check the output. So video, audio, background music. Three things are available now. So it's a bigger file. For the entire video, the background music will play along with the recorded voice. Okay, so this is the things we can do in a OpenShot. Now I'm going to export the prepared video. Everything is ready. I'm going to give name as one, for example. Plan to save in a desktop. I'm going to click default 720 resolution is sufficient for me. I started exporting of video. So it will take some time. So we will see the output later. Meanwhile, we will start discuss about assessment process, that is with help of Google Classroom. So here I have two login. One is through my college email ID. I log in, and in that we already working with Google Classroom, Edpuzzle, and currently Moodle platform, all those things. So I will show one of my existing Google Classroom. So last year I handled one subject for second year mechanical A section. Sorry, this is going wrongly. Okay, so like I said, I handled second year B section last time. So 67 students are joined in my class. Through the Google Classroom, what are the things we did? We shared a lot of things. One is we have given assignment to the students. We shared old question papers, unit-wise materials and animations we shared with them, notes, videos. We are dealing with mechanism and machine, so we introduced a lot of animation part in our lectures. I will show some of the PPT of for the particular subject. What are the things we included or incorporated with normal PPT. These are the animations for each unit. And we conducted a quiz along with the Google Classroom. So through Google Form, we can do that. So first we will see that it is getting delayed. Okay. Okay. First, how to create a Google Classroom. Okay. So normally you can be able to find out the Google Classroom app from this grid, or you can type in Google also. So once you logged in, and you can check a Google Classroom option is there in your login or grid. This one I already created because for demo purpose I tried, so I got it. So once if you entered into the Google Classroom as a teacher, you have to use the create class. Once you create the class, it will show some code. That code has to share with the students. That time the student has to click the join class. Okay. First, as a teacher, you create a class. Okay. Accept the policies. For example, your first or second year CS, right? Second CS. This is the class name, okay, for particular section. If there is section, yes, you keep different names. I am going to assign A. Okay, Java, or Python, whatever it may be, because I am not from your background. Every class we are used to keep one number, right? So I am going to give 101. Yes. Yes, now the class is ready for sharing content, assignment, and conducting quiz or some other sharing purpose. The classroom is ready now. Okay, I can show one difference here. See my Google Classroom through my college mail ID. I am entering. For educational institution, the Google providing one option. Still it is. Already I created some classrooms, right? So here I'm going to click. You can see the Meet link. One option is provided by the Google in the college mail ID, because we are comes under educational institution. For educational institution only, they are providing this link. But through my personal ID, I entered and created one classroom here. You see there is no option for Google Meet. Okay, so that is one advantage we are getting through Google. Okay, so let's come back to created one. Here, you have to provide this code to students for join in your class. Anybody, can you use this code and try to join in the class? Okay. Meanwhile, OpenShot edited video is ready. I given location desktop, number as 1, named as 1. So the video is ready now. I'm going to play the video. So it's properly come out. So like this way, we can create a number of videos as per our subject requirement, and it will be shared with the students. So instead of, because we are unable to conduct the normal regular classes nowadays because of COVID situation. So this type of videos will be helpful for students teaching and learning process. For their betterment, we can put some effort in this way, rather than they can observe or access in the videos straight away from YouTube or something. We can make edit the required portion only from the particular video, and we can provide them with along with our voiceover. So it will be somewhat interesting for the student purpose. Okay, so these are about OpenShot. Now come back to Google Classroom. Nobody is tried, huh? Okay, fine. So once you created, you will get the classroom like this. It will show the code for the particular class. You have to share this code with the students. They can able to join by using this code. Okay. So once you provided and the students are joined, you can able to start share the things. You click here. It will ask share with your class. Okay. So if you want to share some particular file, yes, you can add here. So with the help of this option, you can include the required files, then share with the students. Okay. So once you select one file, I'm going to click upload. So now the file is ready for sharing with the students. I think some internet issue is getting delayed to show the post option. Okay, this is the way we can share the material or videos or what you created along with Active Presenter and OpenShot software. All those things you can share through this platform. So it's very much useful for a teacher and a student. Okay. So once you click the classwork, you will get an option for create assignment and questions. So by using this, you have to go for create. Here you will get option assignment, quiz assignment. So the quiz assignment in between the classes also you can introduce. But, some 20 minutes one topic is completed. Then you can ask them to open the Google Classroom and answer for the quiz. So then after it another 10 minutes, once it is over, you can continue with the next topic. So like that you can make interesting of your lectures rather than continuous 50 minutes uh, without interaction. It's better you can use Google Classroom. So you can share material also, all those things you can do here. So one is how to share the content and how to conduct an assignment and quiz. All those options are available in the Google Classroom. Here we can assign some topic and can include the questions using by clicking the add option, and you can give mark as 100 or 10 also. That is depends on you. So you can give due date. For example, you are expecting your students to complete within 2 days means, so you can assign the date. Okay, it's not showing because some internet issue is going on. Okay. Also, you can fix the rubric. Okay, what is the mark allocation for the particular performance? So based on the rubric, everything you can fix here. So lot of features are available in Google Classroom. With help of a form, we can conduct quiz. All those things we can do in the platform of Google Classroom. But some issues are there. I am unable to go through furtherly. Okay. Now I like to share one more thing. This is for particular for teachers. You type as a render forest. So this particular tool will help you to explain the concept with the help of animations. Okay. So you will get a lot of options here. You click video. You will get a whiteboard option. Lot of options are there. Particularly, I tried with whiteboard. So once you click the whiteboard, it will ask you to create your own animation video. So click create. Now you can select based on your concept or based on the situation, what type of animation will be suitable for the particular concept. I feel this is sufficient means, okay, I'm going to select this one. This is my first clip. This is my second clip. Then insert. Select the first clip. Click on the type your text. Here, hi, save it. So I selected second clip. Going to click on the type for your text. Type good afternoon. Now snapshot is ready. Then click style. Yes, I want to maintain the character like this. Then go to color. If you want to maintain this particular color, okay. Otherwise, here try to change it. Click on the main color. You will get a lot of options for coloring. I would like to maintain the same color. Then music. Yes. Here also you are getting more option. I'm going to maintain on classical music. Okay, I feel it's sufficient. Then preview. Okay, I will show one of the already completed video. This is a purpose only we can use for 1 minute, maximum of 1 minute. That is sufficient for explaining one simple principle or simple concept to the students with a different way rather than what we are delivering. Instead of that, we can use that. I will show one of the video what I prepared. So this is a sample video with help of the render for us. So we can give our voiceover also in that. I didn't write. Yes. Once played the video, then I will start explaining the concept. So this is one of the new way to introduce some concepts with the student in front of students, because they have a lot of potential to gather all those things with their hand, because they have a mobile phone in their hand. So we have to provide a lot of things with a new approach. So that's why I tried with all those things. Finally, I would like to show you my previous semester PPT. This is a subject I had taught last time. So in this unit, we dealt with mechanism and machines. So when the students are entering into the second year, straight away we can't ask them to imagine such a thing. So that time we introduced some animation along with the respective title. So it will be some way they can able to understand the thing. Yes. So I am going to start from here. So this is one of the mechanism with the line diagram. What I'm trying to explain, some part okay, maybe understandable, but instead of that, along the very next to the title, I will try to show the animation of the particular mechanism. So it somewhat can reach to the maximum extent of students. So like that way, one is what I shown a render forest, and another one is type of animations. So we have to introduce such a things. So this is about my presentation. I would like to wind up here itself. I'm handing over the session to Meena ma'am.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Senthil, sir, for your informative session.
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, most of the participants are watching through the mobile, so they couldn't try it along with you.
Yeah, I also thought the same way. So, okay, anyhow, I provided the link. They can able to try with some other opportunity.
But hope they understood how to do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Now, question answer session.
Yes.
Participants, you can ask to sir. Niyati ma'am, you can unmute mic and ask to sir. Niyati ma'am,
Yes, hello.
you can ask your doubt.
Sir, I have a doubt that you added background music in the video.
Yes.
So you have got the full audio as such in the background. So can you make
Yeah.
it short and
Yeah,
do
yeah,
it
we
according
can.
to the
Yes, I
length of the
understood. I
video?
understand the question, ma'am. You have to select the video, audio file. Then right click. If you are go to volume, you can adjust the volume 10%, 20%, like that. You can able to control the volume over there. Yes, sometime the volume or music may disturb your voice, right?
Sir, I'm asking for the length of the audio.
Length of the audio. Yes, we
Yes.
can control it. Control it. You have to track it down, ma'am. You have to track towards left side or up to the end of the video. We can do it.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Simple drag and drop option only, ma'am.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes.
Dibin Babu, you can ask. Sir, there is a doubt from Dibin Babu.
Yes.
M4A type video is suitable for merging. M4A type audio is suitable for merging.
Three types of videos we can use for use in OpenShot, ma'am. So one is MP4. Is it audible, ma'am?
Yes, yes, sir.
Only three types of format only it will accept, ma'am.
Okay, thank you, sir. Is anyone have doubt? You can ask now.
Is in chat box. Okay.
Okay, thank you, sir, for your informative session.
Yes, ma'am.
Now it's an official vote of thanks session. I would like to invite Mr. Praveen S., Assistant Professor, Department of Computer Science, Yuvakshetra College, to deliver the official vote of thanks.
Okay, Len. Okay, Len. Respected Director of Yuvakshetra College, Reverend Dr. Matthew George Weil, Principal Dr. Tommy Anthony, Vice Principal Reverend Dr. Lalu Ulikil, today's resource person Dr. P. Sendil Kumar, Advisor Dr. K. Veerakumar, Zonal Committee members Dr. A. Venkatesan, Dr. A. Kanakaraj Sir, HOD Ms. Meena Jose Komban, professors, scholars, academicians, faculties, and students. Here we come to the end of the section. I take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks. First of all, I would like to thank our today's resource person, Professor Dr. P. Sendil Kumar, who led an interesting and informative section. Thank you, sir. I extend my sincere thanks to advisor, Dr. K. Veerakumar, Zonal Committee members, Dr. A. Venkatesan, and Dr. A. Kanakaraj for your valuable guidance and motivation. I mention my deep sense of gratitude to the Yuvakshetra College management, our director, Reverend Dr. Matthew George Weil, Principal Dr. Tommy Anthony, Vice Principal Reverend Dr. Lalu Ulikil for the encouragement and support provided. I would like to thank our beloved HOD, Ms. Meena Jose Komban, and other department faculties, technical team for the support and guidance. Once again, I am thanking you each and every one on behalf of Department of Computer Science and Yuvakshetra College. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay, thank you, Praveen sir. And once again, thank you, Sendil sir.
Yeah, ma'am. I would like to thank my sincere thank to your management and yourself and other coordinators. Thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you, sir. And thank you all the participants. and we can wind up the session now. Thank you all.
Don't fall, don't forget all you've been told. Don't blink, don't run, don't turn left or turn right or look straight at the sun. My mind's going in circles, I'm trying to fight it. Getting these voices inside to stay quiet. Gone to the place where all this began. Just start again. Oh, you won't see the light until the dawn breaks. No, till it's all said and done, you won't know what it takes. Gotta make a wrong turn and turn around. Gotta fall fast to pick yourself up off the ground. Until you get lost, you'll never be found. And you can't start again until you break down. Break down. Until you break down. They said, be meek. Look beneath the bed before you go to sleep. Keep on, I shine. Will surely get burned if you reach out and touch. My mind is a battle, I'm trying to